Well, hello all you wonderful people. I am headed back to Greenbo today. It has rained through the early afternoon, and rather than get out in the rain, I thought I'm just going to wait it out because I'll fish through the evening. I know this is going to be my third trip this year already to Greenbo. Number one, I love the lake. Most people don't. But also last week when I was there, the bluegill were just this close to being on the bed. So I really think today, which is number one, a new moon day, the new moon is tonight, and the activity I saw all around those beds should mean that today will be an awesome day to fly fish. So I'm literally going to use two things. I'm going to throw my fly rod and I'm going to throw a wacky worm, and that's it. So I have two rods out today. I'm simply going to fish the beds and try and catch bluegill. I've done it before, and if I hit the beds right, it's one of the most fun days of fishing I'll have all year. Thank you for watching. Let's see what happens today, and hopefully I have a video to show. You never want to forget this. I almost have once already, but I haven't yet. I did add a new Yak Attack, it's called Lock and Load base. This is just to show you what it is. They're like, they're less than $13 on Amazon. Now I've got a base on both the left and the right hand side of the boat. If I'm fishing to the right hand side or the left hand side, I can move that camera pole, because I noticed last time I was out, having it just on the right hand side really kind of got in the way some, especially with my fly rod. So now I've got the option of going left or right. Yak Attack Lock and Load base, I got it off Amazon. I want to say it was, I'm almost sure it was less than $13. So if you're trying to look for ways to get some video on your boat, at least on this boat, that's an easy way to do it. This is going to be my primary weapon today, my fly rod. It's called a Path. It's a 4-piece fly rod. It's a 3-weight fly rod. So it's basically like an ultralight fly rod. It's really, I really do like it. It's called the, if you can see it or not, Reddington. And one of the cool things about it, since you have to assemble it, it has little yellow dots. So all I have to do is match up that dot to that dot, and I know I'm straight. So if you've ever wondered how these multi-piece rods work, at least this one, it's nice. It's very simple. I don't have to look at the eyelets. I just know that if I've got these two dots lined up, that my eyelets are going to match up like they're supposed to, which makes for a very quick and easy way to put your rod together and then get your reel on. If you ever wondered about fly rods, and if you want more information on how to fish with a fly rod, those kind of things, let me know in the comments. I mean, I'm not an expert fly fisherman, but I definitely have done a lot of fly fishing, and I could give you a few tips and pointers if you wanted that. So just one more way that I can hopefully help out as you get out on the water. My reel is a Sage. You read Sage, and it's called the Spectrum C. Really like this reel. It's got a nice drag. Again, it's a Sage Spectrum C, and it's a three-weight reel, 3 to 4 weight reel anyway. It's a 3-weight fly rod. Assembles quite easily. I know that my eyelets are already lined up because the dots all line up. So now it's just a matter of putting my line through the eyelets, and I'm ready to go. Hope that helps if you're considering a fly rod. And I know that I'm going to be fishing off the right hand side of the boat because the first set of beds I come up on will be on the right hand side. So I'm going to put my ram Yak Attack arm, or the ram mount I guess, on the left hand side so I can hopefully get some video of me casting the fly rod, that kind of stuff. We'll see how it works out. Greenbo Lake, I guess, bluegill spawning beds part 2. Hopefully it's a good day. I've had a question about how do I load and unload the boat as a solo, so I'm going to try today. It's not crowded, it's not busy, it's been a rainy day, so there's only a couple boats here. So let's just see how well this video works. I'm not real sure if it's going to work or not, but we'll try it and see. Let me head on down to the boat ramp and let's just see if this actually works. And there's the boat back there. I'm going to do a big loop-de-loop And I like to try and get the boat as straight as possible. Now here's something I do, and I know I'm getting better with it, but one of the things I was told is, like, if I want the trailer to go that way, the bottom of the steering wheel needs to turn that way. So what I like to do, because I'm still learning, is I want the trailer to go that way, or remind myself I need my hand to go that way. So we're gonna, and you'll see the trailer begin to turn the way I want it to turn. And there's no one else here, so I'm just going to launch straight on in there. So we're just going to go straight down the ramp here. And I'm going to stop there because, and always remember to put on your emergency brake. I'm in park. Now what I need to do, on my boat I have attached a 25-foot dock line, and to that I actually tied a C-clamp, a really large C-clamp. So I have a large C-clamp attached, and all I do is I come into my truck right here, and there's a connector, I guess, in the bed of the truck that I connect it to. So if I should happen to launch and the boat begins to leave the trailer before I get out, I've got it attached here to the truck. So and it attaches to my guide here, my eyelet, what do you want to call that. I'm great on boat terminology. So I just leave that right here, kind of ready to go, and then when I launch the boat, as it comes off the trailer, it can go on out if it needs to, and I still have it attached to my truck. So now what you have to do is you've got to take the straps off here. So let's get those done. Get that off the boat so it can go loose. Alright. Now we'll tighten that up just a little bit so it doesn't flop around. That's loose now. And I've got my plug in, because I always double check my plug before I begin to go down toward the water. The boat's loose. I've got my tow line, or if you want to call my attaching line, on the boat. So now let's back it up. Hope this video is okay, because I've had this question more than once. Take off the emergency brake. Let's just back up. And I try to get the boat right there. You can see on my backup camera, right there is the edge of the water. So we're going to stop right there. The boat is floating now, so let's walk back around. I got to put it back into park, put on the emergency brake, and let's see how I've done. It's not moving yet. I can actually come back about another 2 or 3 feet. Because I'm a kayaker at heart, I don't mind getting my feet wet. Some people want to try and stay dry. I really don't care, so I wade out in the water. Let me just see if that's actually coming loose. Nope, I need to back up just a little bit more. So we're going to go back about another 3 feet. Back up just a little bit more here. We'll watch right here on the backup cam. And that's about 3 feet. I'll put my parking brake back on. Now I'm loose. It's actually moved. I may have to add stairs, something I haven't done yet, something I may do, but I simply climb up. I'm going to move this boat on out a little bit more. Then I'm pretty much floating now, so I'm going to step on my spare tire. I'm going to step on the boat, and then there is one big step down on these boats that you have to do. We're going to turn this puppy on. It's a sweet little motor. It starts up pretty easy. I've got my tilt up and down. I'm going to put it all the way down. I like to let it run for just a little bit so that it kind of warms up. Put this in reverse and hopefully just pull ourselves right off the trailer. And there you go. Well, if I don't have the motor turned, all the way to the right, like it may have been a little bit better, but anyway, that's how I get it off the trailer. There's my trailer. Pretty easy process, quite honestly, other than I get wet. Now, some folks don't want to get wet. I get it. Now I just have to take it over and dock it, so let's do that. And I will pull up here. And one thing about having the trolling motor on this side, sometimes you have to be very careful with the blades that you don't get them hooked on the dock. And then I'll just stop right here. And I'll go ahead and I'll tie myself off. I've watched how to do this. I've got to learn better. There we go. Now I'm tied off, I'm docked, and ready to go. Over there's my truck. I just have to go park the truck and then come back to the boat. I'll show that here in a minute. And now I'm back to the boat. I do leave it running while I park the truck just to kind of get the motor good and warm. If it were super busy, I probably would not do that, but there's nobody around. Let's just take this off the or what is that called? It's called something. I keep on calling it it's not an eyelet. Anyway, the tie-up post there. And one thing I do like to do is I've got this rope, and I can use this to kind of help steady myself when I get in the boat because it's attached. And to get in these boats, you've got to step down. So you can either step over there, but since the boat's here, I'll just step right here. And then one step down, using that to kind of balance myself and give myself a little bit of leverage. And I'm ready to go. I'm going to start with the wacky worm just around this little point here, and then I'm going to head on down toward the beds because I only have a few hours to fish now. I did some extra videoing, which put me a little bit behind, so I've got about 4 hours to fish. That's plenty of time, but I'm going to get on toward the beds because I really want to fly fish more than anything. It's time to shed the shoes. Ugh, yuck. Don't like having shoes on when I'm on the water. So over there are the beds. So I'm going to throw this wacky worm on the outside edge just to kind of see if there are any bass kind of patrolling these beds, because the bass have already spawned. Now these beds here I guess are well known. I mean, if you've watched any of my videos, you're going to know exactly where these are. I imagine they've been hit pretty hard. A bass bluegill lake, there's no shad in here, just some silver sides, and then bluegill. I'm sure there's creek chub, stuff like that, but the main forage is bluegill. So if the bluegill are congregating, the bass are going to be chasing, I would assume. So I thought I'm going to throw this wacky worm just a little bit around them, and then we're going to get the fly rod out. Oh, there's one. Right off the bed. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, there's a bunch of beds in there. Let's see how... That might be a red ear. That's a red ear. Oh, nice. Oh, man, I would love to get a mess of red ear. No, I'm not going to keep any of them. There we go. What a pretty fish. Oh, all right, dude. And I'm throwing that ant pattern again. What a beautiful red ear. Let's just see how big he is. Right at 8 inches. So a beautiful 8-inch red ear. Let's let him go. Nice. All right, I'm very happy. There's one right off the bed again. I'm gonna have to strip this guy. All right, Bubby. I want to put you back. Man, he's fighting good. That's a nice solid bluegill. I'm putting myself on spot lock, but it's not working very well. That's a nice, it's a nice solid bluegill. He's probably 8.5. Let's see real quick. He is 8 inches. Oh, well, shoot. All right, buddy. I'm gonna put you back here. Another beautiful 8-inch. This is a bluegill, obviously. What a beautiful fish. All right, but let's get back to your beds. Good deal. I saw him come up and get it. That's just a little, well, probably a 7-inch maybe. He came right up and ate that thing. Come on, big boy. This is a fun time. I don't know. He may be another 8-incher. Heck yeah, man. What a beautiful fish. Let's see real quick. Get him back. That's a solid 8. There's everything I'm catching is 8 inches. That's awesome. Let's put him back. There he goes. Cool deal. This is awesome. I think you can see that honeycomb pattern right there. There's just, I don't know, probably 20 plus beds right in there. And all I do is I let it sink very slowly, and I just very easily pull the string or pull the line back toward me and just let it kind of float across those beds. And I know these beds have been hit really hard. Who knows how gun shy they might be. We're still catching them. Caught 3 nice 8-inch ones. The fact that I caught a shell cracker makes me really excited, because that could mean another 10+ inch citation fish. I've caught 2 of them here already. Both of them are shell crackers, or red ear. And I've caught some nice 9.5-inch bluegill off these very beds right here. But I found those other beds last week, and if these don't start producing more than just a few every little bit, I'm going to head on out and go on down toward those other beds. I hope people let them go. You know, it's one of those things where, yeah, I love to catch them, but I try to get them right back in the water as quick as I can. Because if you, it's easy. If you come here and you're just going to fish for meat, I mean, at least let them spawn first. This is not a big lake. I'm not a big bluegill fan, so I love to catch them, but I don't like to eat them that much. And a lot of people do. Just not my cup of tea. I'm sure you can see right in there all of those honeycomb beds. Not seeing a whole lot of activity. I see fish in there swimming. Well, that'll give you a good idea what these beds look like. There's 20, 25 right in there. All right, I'm gonna go on down to that other cove where I found that other little group of beds that hopefully haven't been hit quite as hard, but we're having a good day so far. So let's see. It looks like there are spawning beds going in, or that are in there, but they're not near as pronounced as the ones that are out in the main lake. Just not seeing them in here. Oh, there's a little one though. Well, he's fighting better than I thought. Maybe they're over here in a little bit deeper water. That's another nice bluegill. God, they're pretty. All right, big boy. Man, he swallowed that thing. Let's see what we got here. That is a beautiful bluegill. He is, I'm going to guess he's about 7. Let's see real quick. All right, dude, I'll get you off. He is, I can't hold still, 7 1/4. So still really respectable sized bluegill. So they're definitely moving around to spawn. He ate that fly, man. He wanted that thing bad. All right, buddy. There it goes. All right. All right. Thank you, buddy. Let's get him back in. God, he inhaled that thing. He was hungry. All right, let's keep fishing here. I am seeing beds right in there though, so that's where this guy was. They're just a little bit deeper. And this water is really clear. Oh, there's one. I saw him come up to get it. Come on out of that tree, big boy. That's a nice fish. All right, I got you, buddy. That is a nice bluegill. Oh my goodness. Look at this guy. What a beautiful bluegill. Oh, that's a nice bull bluegill. Let's see here. He is 8 1/4. All right, big boy. Thank you very much. Go back and make some more babies. Nice. Yeah, I can see the beds in there now. That's why I thought they were over there, but they're actually right in here. And these are, like I said, they're a little bit deeper than the ones right there on the main lake. There was a ton of activity here last week. Oh, shoot. That was a hit. About hit my face. Just about caught one in the face. Like I said, I just let that it's a black ant pattern. Looks like just like a little black ant. And I just let it sink, and I very, very, very slowly just bring it back toward the boat. It just gliding across the water there. That was one right there. Yeah, these are deeper. Oh my goodness. Oh. That might be a female. Let's see here, buddy. No, looks like a male. The males are out. That means the big boys are up, so I guess he's about 7. Another beautiful little fish. He is 7 1/4. Thank you, buddy. I'll let you go. Cool deal. I am definitely learning better control of the trolling motor. That has been one thing already I can tell this year I'm doing better with. That one's not real big, I don't think. Let's see what we got here. That was deep. Yeah, respectable, I guess. Probably a nice 7-inch. That might be a female. Looks more like a female there. That's probably a 6. Oh, baby. Let's see real quick. That's probably a nice 6-inch. Yeah, 6.5, 6 3/4. So almost 7. It's funny when you catch the 8, almost 8.5. Almost 7 looks small. All right, bub. Thank you. There we go. Let's see if we can catch another one. How awesome is this? Oh, there's one right there. That's a nice one. Fun it is. Oh, I tell you, if you don't have a fly rod, number one, you need to get one. And if you do, go with a 3-weight. There's nothing more fun than catching 7, 8, 9-inch bluegill on a 3-weight fly rod. This is awesome. That's probably another, what do you think, 8-inch one? What a beautiful bluegill. Let's see real quick how big you are, big boy. Hooked you right on the top of the lip, which is perfect. He is 7.5, so not quite 8. Thank you, big fella. I'll let you go. Good deal. Let's see if we can catch another one. And all I do is I just watch my line out there. It's that bright neon green. And as soon as it, right there, as soon as that tip, I don't know if that's going to show up on the video or not, but as soon as that little tip moves, that's a fish. It's almost like a, kind of like a bobber almost. It's a floating line. But as soon as that tip moves, I know something's hit it. That's probably a solid 7. Let's see real quick. This fly is getting all beat up. What we got here, buddy? Oh, he's 7.5. Thank you, dude. All right. Oh, what a beautiful fish. He just peed on me, so thanks for that. I'm gonna let you go. You can see the beds all through here. And last week this was all really muddy, so they were in the process of cleaning them out, clearing them out, all that kind of stuff. And by the way, this little panfish is an excellent fly fishing platform. This is awesome. To be able to stand up and do this is just freaking great. There's the tip of my line. I'm just real slowly just bringing it back. The way I do it, I keep my finger crooked right there, and that's holding the line. So as soon as I get a hit, I've got the line braked. I won't, I can set the hook on them. Little tip. And like I said, if anybody wants me to talk about fly fishing more, it's really not that hard. Just a matter of doing it more than anything. And for bluegill, there's just not any more fun way to go. Oh, there's one right there. I figured there'd be something in there. Feels like a pretty good one. Oh, nice. I gotta stop myself now. Hey, big fella. Oh, that's a nice one. That's probably a good, feels like a good 8 inch. Oh my goodness, he got off. Daggone it. All right, well, that was probably a solid 8. Let's try again here. there on the bed. My line just stopped. That's a little one. Might be a female. That's just a little one there. But it's still a bluegill. Just a little guy. I'll let him go. Still not as active as I thought they'd be, which makes me wonder, did they already spawn and I missed it by a couple days? Ugh, it's so frustrating. When you hit them on the spawn, it is so much fun on a lightweight fly rod. Oh, there's a beaver. There he went. Huh, cool. Wonder where his lodge is. That's pretty cool. Oh, jeez. Well, there you go. That's a bass bait if I ever saw one. Lordy, that's bait right there. Oh, good Lord. Get out of there, dude. Gracious. All right, keep going. Oh, there's one. See that one happen? That was deep. I think he hit that just as I moved. That's a nice one. Let's get you in the boat this time, buddy. Oh, there you go. That's a very nice bluegill. That's a nice fatty. Oh, oh, oh. Let's see what we got here. He is 8 1/4. 8 1/4. All right, bub. Thank you. That's very nice. Good deal. All right, let's try and get another one here. Starting to get a little bit late, but we're gonna keep on trying. That's funny, you can tell. That's a little one. You can tell when the line stops, even though they're little. You get off good. All right, let's keep trying. But those are all deep. All righty. We beat these to death pretty good. Only caught a few. There's another little one. Yeah, all right, let's get out of here. We'll go to another spot. I got caught 3 little dinkies in a row here. Yep. All right, so these are all little guys. Okay, let's get on. Let's go to another spot here. See what we can find. Yeah. Not boding well. Yeah, a little one. All right. Just a little guy. And it's a, oh, that's a pumpkin seed. Wow. That's a pretty little bluegill. That's called a pumpkin seed. very brightly colored. They're mostly in moving water, I think, and right there's a dam, so I guess they kind of get a little bit of moving water here. There's beds all through here. Just don't see much activity. Another little one. They're getting little. I don't like that. Not a good sign. These are not active beds here. Just a little guy. Alrighty. Oop. I'm going to throw the old wacky worm for just a little bit here. I'm going to go up toward this, heading toward the beach cove now. I talked to a couple fellows back there. They're fishing for bluegill too, and he said they've not had a whole lot either. I mean, I've caught them. I told him I've caught them spotty, but nothing consistent. I figured these beds would be a whole lot more active today, and he said he thought they had probably fertilized last week, because I caught those females, those pregnant females last week. To catch that spawn here is just really hard, and I gave it a good try this year. I don't usually come to Greenbo this often. I like to fish other lakes because Greenbo can be tough to fish. I mean, I love the lake, but it can be a tough lake to fish. Oh, there's a fish. Oh, daggone it. First bass of the day and I break him off. Alright, put on another hook. Crap. Busted my knot. Well, nothing big, but it's a fish. And it's a bass. Yay. All right. Well, if I can't catch bluegill, I'll catch a few bass. How about that? That's probably a 10-incher. All right, quit, dude. He is 9.5. Yep, nothing huge, but a fish. Good deal. Let's keep trying here. Oh, there's a bass. Oh, come on. Seriously? Gee, Merry Christmas. Oh, there was a bass. Good Lord. I never know how I do these knots. I mean, I'm sitting there and how I can set the hook and have some kind of wild, unbelievable knot hit the end of my tip. That's the blessings and the curse of braid, I guess. I love my braid, but Lord have mercy, sometimes it can be really frustrating. Lord, am I still going? No. Good Lord, I think I've still got that fish on there. My God. Oh, I do. All right. Nothing huge, but some fish in the boat. Good old red yumdinger wacky worm. He's probably another 9 inch, 10 incher. Nah, not 10. 9.5. All right, buddy. Thank you. He stayed on. Cool. Here's what I'm using. Yumdinger red bug. It's my favorite color, favorite bait. I use these all the time. You haven't used them before. I love the red bug color. It's kind of a, I guess, a cross between watermelon and some kind of blue purple fleck, but it's a good color bait. All right, let's keep trying here. That's a better one. Cool. I may actually net that one. Nice. There you go. Heck yeah, man. I just basically thought I didn't have anything. Turned off the cameras and looked down and my line was going sideways. That's a nice one. Let's see. He would be 11 3/4, not quite a kayak keeper. Good deal. Oh yeah. That's what I was afraid of. I didn't know he was on there, so he swallowed this thing. Let me get that off here. There we go. Easy peasy. Almost a kayak keeper. Thank you, buddy. Cool deal. You know, if I can come to Greenbo and catch bass and some nice bluegill, count me in. It's a good day. All right, let's keep fishing. And here's the nice thing. I'm sitting here, I've got my motor set at 1.5, which is moving me slowly down the bank. I'm able to fish this wacky worm free. Obviously, I'm catching fish with it. I'm learning how to use this thing, and that is the main thing. I am learning the whole time. Every time I go out, it's just I get a little better at it, a little better at backing. But everything gets a little bit better every single time. Well, I'm going to have to wrap this up. It is 8:23. I've got probably another 15 minutes of light, maybe 20. I'm going to fish just a little bit more down this bank. But, you know, an okay day. I was hoping for much better on the fly rod, although I did catch several nice ones on the fly rod. So I'm glad I did. You know, I think a little over 8 was the biggest. There's a lot bigger ones in here, but these beds are being hit pretty hard, it looks like. I fished the beds. There was another person fishing the beds, and then 2 other guys came around fishing the beds. So those bluegill have been hit pretty hard. But anyway, I still caught some on the fly rod, and then able to switch to the wacky worm toward the end of the evening and catch a few bass. In my book, that's a great day. Thank you for watching. I have hit 1,000 subscribers, actually 1,000 plus. If you are hearing this, just know that in an upcoming video, not sure which one yet, I'm going to do some kind of a giveaway for a couple of my viewers, but it'll be buried in the video, so you'll not know what it is or where it is until I say, hey, here's the thing you need to do. So just know that's on the horizon, and I'll do that soon. But I love getting out. It was a great day. It rained through most of the afternoon, so I had a shorter day anyway. I've only been on the water about a little over 4 hours, so it's still a good day. If you like this kind of content, please subscribe. Stay with the channel. There's lots more to come, and hopefully I'll have some varied stuff. I have lots of plans up here in my head, but things that I want to do. As always, thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.